We are students of Sobieski Secondary School number 6 in Jastrzębie-Zdrój, Poland, and we would like to present our innovative research about the influence of different breeding conditions of Galleria Mellonella larvae on the possibility of recycling polyethylene from the natural environment. We are interested in the problem of environmental pollution and ecological actions. We came across different articles about larvae eating polyethylene and decided to cope with this interesting topic. It was fascinating for us to enrich the scientific research related to the use of larvae for environmental protection. We started to breed waxworms ourselves, considering their functioning, the possibility of bio-degeneration, polyethylene, and conducting research on them. The Galleria Mellonella is a popular pest of honeybee. After hatching, the larvae feed on the core of waxcomb and small amounts of propolis and honey. The most optimal conditions for the growth of larvae are temperature around 29 to 33 degrees Celsius and a humidity level of around 30%. Average temperatures above 45 degrees Celsius lead to death, and even brief exposures to temperatures below zero kill larvae and pupated individuals. Temperatures below 23 degrees Celsius slow growth between stages and can only contribute to ending part of the life cycle. These larvae are able to biodegenerate polyethylene. According to study, a compilation of 100 larvae in contact with a polyethylene bag for 12 hours resulted with a weight loss of about 90 milligrams of polyethylene. Our first study was based on the influence of temperature on larvae and their polyethylene disposal. Each terrarium contained 10 larvae and a piece of polyethylene foil. The waxworms in the first terrarium had a temperature of 24 degrees Celsius and in the second one 21 degrees Celsius and in the third one 18 degrees Celsius. The research proved that Galleria Mellonella larvae at low temperatures, for example 18 degrees Celsius, are more lethargic, have a slower life cycle, which means that they live longer than at higher temperatures. However, it does not translate into a greater amount of recycled polyethylene. Larvae at temperature of 24 degrees Celsius showed greater consumption of polyethylene foil than those kept at lower temperatures, despite of their lower survival and faster cocoon transformation. In the second study, the terrariums had the same number of larvae, but a different amount of food in the form of beeswax and polyethylene foil, in ratio of firstly 1:1, secondly 2:1, and finally only beeswax. The second study allowed us to prove that the larvae fed with their basic food, wax, survive in 80%. Greater weight loss of the polyethylene foil was observed in the terrarium where the ratio of beeswax and polyethylene foil was 1:1, and the larvae were more active there. After all, we hope that our research will help in the future to use the potential of larvae to protect the natural environment, which is after all so polluted. And of course, thank you very much for your attention.